Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to today's reading. Pick a comfy spot, grab a nice warm drink, and let's see what the universe wants to tell you. So, today we're going to be doing a future self spread. I'm really enjoying this spread so far. So, first, we're going to look at who are you now? Then, who will you be in the future? Then, something you should spend less energy on. Something you should spend more energy on. And finally, what does your future self want you to know? Then at the end, we will pick a self-care card and a mantra card. Ooh, I see door to romance. I'm using 3 different decks. So first deck I'm using is the Energy Oracle deck. Then I'm using the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. Then we will finish it up with the Modern Witch Tarot. So let's see. Okay. All right. So who are you now? You have adjacent possibilities and the 8 of Pentacles. So I think you're just at a point right now where you're kind of standing at the precipice and you're like, I could go this way or that way or this way or that way. And you're kind of trying to figure out what the best option for you would be. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think for a lot of you, this has to do with relationships. Even though this is the 8 of Pentacles, I think a lot of you are trying to work on either a relationship, finding a relationship, or getting back a relationship. My advice will absolutely never be to get back into a relationship with somebody who you've already been in one with and it didn't work out. I never ever think that that's a good idea. That being said, I am one human and whatever is best for you is best for you. You make your own choices. But who are you now? You are someone who's trying to figure out what to do. I think you're stuck between the devil energy and the hermit energy. Sag, if this is about, I'm getting a really strong vibe off of this that you'd rather be with this person than be alone. And if that is you, I want you to know that those are not your only 2 options. Okay? Other things will come, but the universe can't bring you something new when you're still in the energy of the old thing. It doesn't work that way. You know, like you can't say, I'm going to be with this person until something better comes along, because even if something else does come along, it's not something better. It's something just the same. The universe will continue to teach us the same lessons until we learn them. And I know that that's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, but it is absolutely true. So right now you're trying to figure out, I think, whether to, for some of you, this could be work. And that's, if it is, awesome. But the way it's kind of coming out here is relationship wise. So I'll just kind of explain it all that way, and you can apply it to whatever situation this is. Could be, romantic relationships, work, could be platonic relationships, family, whatever it is, you just apply it to your situation. So right now you're trying to, figure out whether to keep doing what you're doing or go do something else. So who will you be in the future? You have door to romance, but then you have, in this deck, it's called ego, but it's the devil card. So you have the devil again. Okay. So who will you be in the future? I love this. Okay. So I think that you are going to start coming out of this. You're going to start to realize that, yeah, you have more options than just this situation that isn't good enough or is hurting you in some way and having nothing. There are so many things in between that. And I think that you're starting to realize that in the future. And so you're starting to open up your heart to the possibility of something great coming along. There is lots of independent energy here. Okay. So, but I don't want you to be afraid to be alone. You don't have to be afraid to be alone. We learn so much being only with ourselves, being by ourselves. We learn so much about, what we want, what we don't want, what we will accept, what we won't accept, what we deserve, what we don't deserve. We learn so much when we're by ourselves. And when you're willing to say, I'm not going to put up with something that doesn't align with me anymore, the universe says, oh, okay, all right, well, then we're going to work on something else for you. But if you're staying in this energy all the time of like, oh, maybe I'll do this still because like I don't have anything else, then the universe is like, okay, then I guess you're still going to be there. You know what I mean? So your future self is a little bit definitely more independent, learning how your wants, your not wants, what you deserve, what you don't deserve. That's amazing energy to be in the future. So something you need to spend less energy on. We have second chakra and the 3 of Swords. So I think that you take things a little personally. Yeah, so what Spirit is saying here, with something you need to spend less energy on, you need to spend less energy in the energy of lack. Just because you don't have, like, let's say this is love, like romantic love for you. Just because you don't have romantic love right now doesn't mean that you never will. It doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It doesn't mean that nobody wants to be with you. It doesn't mean that you don't deserve the best in life. Okay, so what Spirit is saying here is you really need to spend less energy on worrying that you don't have something, because that's just going to bring more of that energy. If you're sitting around all the time going, oh, I don't have this thing, the universe is going to be like, okay, yeah, you don't have that thing. You know what I mean? So spend less energy focusing on that. If you are going to make a decision to leave something behind and in search of something better, then your heart has to be in it 100%. Your heart has to be in it 100%. You have to know that I'm going to wait until, what I deserve comes along. Okay, so something you should spend more energy on. You have the World, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, and the Tower. So you have to spend more energy on going into the next cycle of your life. Okay, the Knights are, they're not queens or kings. They're in the thick of it, right? So you need to spend a little bit more energy on realizing that change is absolutely uncomfortable, but it is bringing you to a place where you're open and ready to receive better things. Okay? So less time worrying about what you don't have and more time looking forward to the future. That's how you'll close out this cycle and begin a new one, okay? So what does your future self want you to know? You have the thinking woman and the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, I love that. Your future self wants you. Ooh. Your future self wants you to know you're going to have options. 7 of Cups. Your future self wants you to know that you're going to have options, okay? Things are going to show up for you. Look what's going to show up for you. If you can get to a place where you demand, that people treat you with kindness and respect and dignity. When you treat yourself the way that you want someone else to treat you, then all the people who treat you poorly fall off, and everyone who is going to treat you well will start trickling into your life. But change is hard. Change is hard for everybody, and it doesn't happen overnight. But if you put the work in to yourself, you know what I mean? Like work on your confidence and, not tying your self-worth to whether or not you're in a relationship, then this cycle can close out and a new one can begin for you. Okay? So before we go, we're going to pull 2 last cards. We're going to pull a self-care card and a mantra card. So the self-care card is something you can do throughout this next week or so or whatever to take care of yourself, show yourself a little bit of love, okay? Okay, Saggy? Let's see. What can Sagittarius do for self-care this week? Come on. Alone time. I understand that a lot of people come to tarot messages because all they want to hear is that their ex is going to come back and they're going to be great and everything's going to be great. I'm not that tarot reader. If that's what the cards say, I will tell you, but I'm always going to tell you what the card says, what Spirit says. This is just summing up that you need space. You need some time alone to figure out who you want in your life and who you don't want in your life. What you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. This isn't going to happen when you're in the trenches with someone who doesn't have your best interest at heart. So there are going to be times in our lives where we're alone. Okay? And I think the universe is really telling you that you need a little bit of alone time to close out this cycle and begin the new cycle. They can't bring you, the person of your dreams, the job of your dreams, your dreams. They can't bring you all these things that you want if you're still in this energy of allowing, not the greatest people, places, and things to treat you, not the way that you deserve to be treated. The universe can't bring you better if you're still over here with the devil energy. So take some time. Can't tell you what to do. Definitely not telling anybody to, make any brash decisions, but take some alone time. Check in with yourself, okay? Because the messages will come through for you. Okay? The universe will guide you where you're supposed to go. You just have to take a deep breath, spend some time alone, and really listen. Okay? So last card before we go is your mantra card. So it's something you can remind yourself of throughout the week to kind of keep you on track, keep you going, keep you positive. Okay? So on one side of these, there's a little message, and then on the other side, there's a mantra. So we'll read both. Okay, let's see. If you see something beautiful in others, speak it. I always speak kindly of others. So this is actually a really interesting card to come out with this. Excuse me. And I think that this is not necessarily about others. It absolutely is as well, but more about yourself, the way you speak about yourself. If you say things to yourself and out loud, like, I deserve this good thing, I am worthy of this good thing, the universe is like, oh yeah, absolutely, here you go. But if you're constantly saying, I can never find somebody who treats me right. I never have enough money. I never have enough of this. I can't find love. I can't find this. Then the universe just says, okay, yeah, you're right. You can't do those things, or you can't have those things. So we're going to switch it up. We're going to spend some time alone, and we're going to speak kindly of ourselves and others, but we're going to speak kindly about ourselves, because there's a reason they call it spelling. The words are spells. What you say and what you think becomes your reality. So we're only going to say and think good things about ourselves, about what is coming. Okay, Sagittarius? Okay, that's what I have for you today. I hope this reading has been insightful. Until next time, remember, you are smart, kind, beautiful, and brave. Bye, my friend.